Welcome back to another episode on Elections 101 Cameroon, and today we'll be focusing on the role of women in peaceful electoral processes. Today we'll be shining the light on the role women play in ensuring a peaceful electoral process. Women's participation is essential for a balanced and representative democracy. And to that effect, we'll be having a female youth leader, Madame Electoral, who will be talking to us about some of the challenges that women face and also the opportunities that we have in order to participate in election processes. Hello, Madame Electoral.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Pleasure shared.
So tell me about you and the organization that you work for, Women in Alternative Action.
Okay, like you said, my name is Electoral. I work with Women in Alternative Action Cameroon, an organization that is out to promote effective human rights for all. We do work with women through diverse program areas like gender justice, peace building and security, and empowering youth for the next generation. So far, when it comes to including women in elections, women's participation in elections, we have been working with women in the grass field, involving women in peace building activities.
So what unique challenges do women face in electoral processes?
Okay, in every given society, right, it's but obvious that women fall under the most vulnerable class of people. And already that stands out as a challenge because women will be open to threats of violence, women will be open to intimidations wherever they find themselves. So their limited participation in politics is already an obvious fact due to that point I raised. And also limited funding. I mean, to run elections in Cameroon, we've all seen it, we all know it. Elecam has been telling us over the years, you have to contribute a certain amount of money. When I look at that amount of money, when I look at the female candidates who have expressed their desire to be president, I look at the 81 candidates as of today who have shown interest, and I look at 7 women participating. I think it's but obvious that the limited financial resources is but a challenge.
Thank you very much. So how do you think that we can support women and increase female participation in electoral processes?
Assurance is key. Like, if I'm not sure that I will be safe, I'm not going there. There's no need for me to go there if I know that I'll be threatened, I'll be intimidated, I will not have any legal backup, right? And also the financial aspect. I mean, if they could, it's not that I want to overfavor women, but I think that with these elections, right, if they could leverage these amounts to a certain, they could reduce it a little or make it accessible to all. Me too, I'll be standing for elections. Who knows? Maybe in the next 7 years.
Okay, thank you very much. So when it comes to female leadership impact as compared to male leadership impact in Cameroon, how do you think that the leadership of females can encourage or promote electoral processes? What are females doing to ensure that they feel safe, they don't feel threatened, like you mentioned earlier, during elections?
Okay. There's this quote that we usually say, the power of a woman. Where do we think the power of a woman comes from? It comes from her empathy, right? That's okay. Something that is very powerful. When when each time we talk about leadership, we talk of leadership, we talk of male leadership, we talk of female leadership. What makes female leadership stand out is the fact that they lead with empathy, creativity. So I think that the impact of female leadership in elections is going to count more on their creativeness, on their empathetic nature. Yeah, I can say that, empathetic nature too.
So you work with a female-led organization.
Yes.
There is so much that you guys have done.
I prefer you say women-led.
Women-led organization. So in your own experience and the things that you have been able to do and participate within your organization, what are some of the key points or the key highlights that you can say or share as a success point that your organization has done to promote peaceful elections or make women feel safer during elections?
Okay. To answer this question, I'll first of all start by saying that our organization is purely apolitical. Okay. So we might not directly go into elections per se, but there are a lot of things that we have done in order to promote peaceful elections in Cameroon. And this has been done through peace building projects. We've been able to hold projects on increasing youth and women's participation in peace building. And through these projects, we don't only train them on what are the essentials of peace building, but also what other activities they could inculcate to take away or eliminate or eradicate violence from their communities. And also, I also know of many other initiatives that have come up, like women as peace mediators as well. Yes, that's also an initiative that forges towards that.
Okay, speaking about communities, how can communities work together to empower women in electoral processes?
Okay, while Cameroon peculiarly works with traditional leaders, when I talk of traditional leaders, I talk of the chiefs and the queens. We even have a platform called the Queens for Peace Initiative, where we work only with the wives of traditional leaders, in order to increase their participation in their communities and see how they themselves can contribute meaningfully. So through these platforms, we are able to work with them directly. To work with the community, right, I believe that you need to pass through their leaders. I mean, you might not be a mom yet, but as a future mom, I'm not sure you would want information reaching your child from any kind of source, right? I mean, if someone has to have a right or say to your child, it has to pass through you, right?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm taking from that perspective. So we in WA Cameroon, we believe that if we want to reach out to the community, we must start from their leaders. That's why we work with the traditional leaders and we work with the Queens for Peace.
Okay, is there anything that you'd like to add?
Okay, I'll say this to my fellow women out there, that your voice, your vote, and your vision for peace matters. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ngwe Eleanor, and thank you for joining us on today's episode. We hope that this episode has helped you shed the light on women's importance in peaceful electoral participation and processes in Cameroon. So thank you and stay tuned.
Peace.